you did.
30 years ago, in August, the concert at a little farm in upstate New York became a rock and roll icon. Dan is with a guy this morning who was at Woodstock, and he has the home movies to prove it. Dan, you must remember Woodstock, right?
You know, I was going to say you probably were not even close to being
I've heard about
born.
it.
No, you know what? I was a sophomore in high school, and I remember it very well because it was on all of the news accounts, you know, like on NBC Nightly News and all that kind of stuff. And of course, I love watching the news, so I was well aware of it. Went to the movie, got the album, got the whole thing, but I didn't get to go. This gentleman did. His name is Colbe, and one of the reasons we're talking about Woodstock because, unbelievably, 30 years ago, since that milestone, and people still look back at that as a milestone, don't they?
Oh yeah, it was great. 3 days of fun and music.
Now, how did you end up there? And as we show actually it's 8mm film that you shot. How did you get back there?
Well, I was working for a group called Mountain at the time, and I had stage passes, so I got to see a lot of the acts on the stage.
That was Joe Cocker eating chicken.
Joe Cocker, and they actually was eating a peach.
Oh, he was?
A peach, yeah.
Oh, he's so healthy.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here? Obviously,
that's a crowd scene. That's off the stage, and that's Joe Cocker on the stage. He was really a great performer. He really got into his music. That's his band, the Grease Band. Great bunch of guys.
Now, how did you end up there working for Mountain? Was it just a quirk of fate?
Well, I worked with these guys producing a couple of concerts at Hunter College, the college I went to, and we got to know each other. I worked for them over the summer, did some promotion work, and wound up at Woodstock. After the summer ended, we sort of lost track of each other and went our separate ways, but it was a great time. It was a great summer, one of my best summers ever.
And you remember it and everything. Well, we look at this, and I remember the huge crowds, the traffic jams, some trouble just because you had huge masses. Do you remember anything bad about it, or because you had the backstage passes, was it just as fun as it gets?
Oh, it was just great. I was in a lot of those shots I took from the audience, and you know, that was just a great bunch of people out there. Everyone was having a good time, no hassles. The cops were not hassling anybody. People were doing what they wanted. No one was hurting each other.
Who's that coming in on the helicopter?
That's Felix Papalotti and Mountain. Those are the guys I work for, and that's Shelley Finkel. He's a concert promoter back east now. He's a guy I work for. This is the Woodburn Fire Department. They helped with a lot of the first aid at the time. It was just a great time. There was nothing really went wrong. There were some people had some bum trips on some bad acid, but that's what they said. I just think they took a little too much. I didn't know what to expect, you know. That was basically it. But you know,
show us what you brought here, because
this is the original ticket. I didn't get a chance to use it. I had backstage passes, so.
But now, what a great souvenir.
Yeah, it really does.
And just real quick, show us the picture in the back here, because we're just about out of time, but we got further proof that Jay was actually there.
That's a picture of me standing right behind Dee Anthony, who is a concert manager. He managed Led Zeppelin 10 years after, Joe Cocker, a lot of big groups, groups.
Well, thank you very much.
Happy
anniversary.
Oh, thanks.
Unbelievable. Golly, man, that puts some age on you, doesn't it?
That is a cool story, though. Some cool things he brought in today.
You know what? There are a few milestones quite as big as that Woodstock little get-together.
You know, and a lot of people think that it was in Woodstock, Vermont, where that whole thing happened.
Right, and what's the name of the town? I remember it's Max Yasgur's farm.
Right.
Bethel.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I was thinking Saugerties, but I'm way off.
Saugerties.
No.
No, that was where the next one was. The original one was Bethel. It was supposed to be held in Woodstock, but about a month prior to the event, the town council voted it out, and they had to find a new site real quick, and they were driving around Sullivan County, drove up this road, and out came this site on Max Yasgur's farm, and it was Bethel.
Yeah.
Bethel. It was like around Monticello, New York.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's cool.
I love the film when Max comes out on stage, too. That was the highlight of the movie for me. Well, that and, you know, the people skinny dipping, but I was younger then.
Thanks, Dan. You're an easy audience, though. It's 5:48. Hey, Tim and Willie, do you guys remember